What's going on, Nakamas? It's your boy Mozy here, back with another episode of Mozy Reacts. On this episode of Mozy Reacts, I have episode 588 of One Piece. But before I get into today's episode, it's time for another question of the day. And the question comes from the Nakama Diable, who asks, Mozy, unrelated to the episode, but would you rather have Chopper or Law as your ship's doctor? And that's a hard question because, like, on one hand, obviously Chopper's my number one, but I am a hard simp for Law. So it's like, I don't know. But when I get down to it, I think I would rather have Chopper because, like, I feel like Chopper's going to be a kind doctor where Law's going to be more of a practical doctor, logical. Like, if there was a way, like, if I have, like, a broken arm, okay? And it's like, all right, we can set this in place and it's going to, like, let me start over. I feel like if I were injured, Chopper is going to go with the treatment that causes me less pain, but ultimately heal me, to where Law is going to go with the quickest route, even though it's going to cause me pain. He's going to be like, well, I have to break your arm to help heal you, but it is what it is. To where Chopper would be like, I don't want to break your arm, so I'm going to try this alternative method, but it's going to take twice as long. So that's where I think I would want to be with Chopper. But that was a good question, Diable. I do appreciate it. With that being asked, let's go ahead and roll right into today's episode. Reminder though, this is not a market substitute. You should always support the official release. The Berserk manga? Isn't it a book though? Like, if I'm remembering what I think Berserk is, isn't it like the manga like this thick? To like a normal manga is like this thick. Alright, hey, like I said, I am off next month, so fuck it. I'll go ahead after we're done with the stream. If you guys can remind me, we'll go onto Amazon, we'll get volume 1 of Berserk, and I'll do a stream of it, and we'll start it. Nekomi, Mozy, do you think Smoker is dead? Yes and no. I don't want to say he is dead, but I mean, that looks like the same thing he probably did to earn himself Warlord. And I can't imagine the 100 hearts he stole, those pirates are still alive. So, I'm guessing he is alive, but Law gets to choose on whether or not he actually gets to finish him off and kill him. Because the heart's still beating. I mean, when Law cut the samurai, his legs didn't stop working. So if I take that same principle and apply it to Smoker's heart, it's still working, it's just not inside of Smoker. So it would stand to reason that Smoker's still alive, he just doesn't have a heart. Sort of like how those people didn't have a soul on Thriller Bark, Shadow. I'm surprised you remember him, honestly. The other day. See, it's like, I feel like we kind of owe him for that, so I feel like we can't stop whatever he's doing here. Why do I feel like he said something important to us the last time we saw him, but I do not remember. Oh, really? Pirates will do what pirates will be pirates. No fucking way. I mean, honestly, we wouldn't be upset about this. Smoker's been fucking with us, so we're not gonna be upset about this. We're gonna be like, oh, okay. Maybe he's like in a coma state. See, like, I'm assuming those 100 people are for sure dead. There's no way they're alive. But there's no way we just lost Smoker like that. How would that even work? So is that, would Smoker not just get up now? Take back. Right? They did Shambles, and he was Shambles at switching, and he switched tossing Smoker's hearts, but you know this film, I was freezing the other day at the zoo lights. God damn. Huh. Those are such adorable eyes. That's... what's with the stone, though? So the stone turns into clothes? So he can transform things into clothes, not necessarily disguise people? Officially the weakest devil fruit power. That's all I was thinking was, so you can turn like a stone into a coat. Cool. without the stone, he can't disguise people, right? So, like, it's so weird. How do you get his arms to do that? I'm over it already. The one time it's acceptable to hit a woman. I don't understand Law's power though. So it connects because you were a cup, but if we were to take your head off, it would separate from the legs immediately. So like, at what point does it stay solid and you're no longer able to then re-separate? I honestly can't tell if I like Nami's eyes this way either. Yes, I want to know, can they keep the same powers? Like, does Frankie have control of Chopper's body and can he transform into... Don't let him do that to your body, Nami. Of course, Nami smoking a cigarette, though. Party pooper. Let us do it that one time, okay? Just let's do it that one time. We won't do it again. How many berries do I got? 47? I just want to make sure I got everything correct, though, because that seemed a little confusing. Or maybe it's not, and they just alluded to a different aspect, right? The samurai is the one that sent out the signal, but then we learned the signal was for the boss, and that's where I think I'm getting confused. Let's start from the beginning. He is a samurai from the Wano Kingdom. Was meant for the alligator, who they called boss. Right there. So, like, does that mean... Okay, thank you, Jeremy. That's where I was confused. I was like, wait, so they're saying that Samurai sent the signal, but then he then turned around and cut the centaurs that he was signaling? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So we're just... So when we heard that call and then we saw the legs, we just assumed that the legs, or I guess I assumed that the legs were the same person from the signal, but they weren't, right? But, okay. Thanks, Germ.
ここにいるのは全員じゃないよ。新しい子たちはまだ名前も覚えてないし。
だが問題は信号の後だ。何が起きた？
さっきの男でござる。拙者あっという間に3つに切られ、頭は施設へ、胴は置き去り、足は何やら猛獣の餌になるところ。
下半身でしょ？なんで喋るの？
ん？それもそうだな。
ああ、あれは
Well, we're waiting.
へでござる。もともと拙者の特技でござる。
That's no. I call cap on that.
逆に私は先ほど胴だけの人にお会いしましてね。
それ。
I distinctly heard pronunciation.
本当だ。見たのかうるしい。どこだ。
Interesting. But does she still have a hole in the chest? No, the hole's gone. And... Or I don't know, because she got the coat on, I guess. Okay, so the... Wait.
研究所の脇に隠してあった船に牢の裏に誰か潜んでいるとして CC が誰かのイニシャルだとすりゃ一人心当たりがある。あいつがこの島にいるというのならいろいろとうなずける部分がある。
Glad it does to you.
ドクター・ベガファンクの元同僚科学者シーザー・クラウン。
てめえなんてことをしてくれた。ロー。
That explains, I guess, why you have someone named Joker in your squad too. Why is he confused? I'm sorry, did we not just see that Smoker's body was lifeless and now all of a sudden Smoker's back alive and you're wondering how I'm confused? What? Like, come on now. Yeah, Mozy, you shouldn't be confused. You should know exactly why Smoker is now in Tashini's body, even though he was just dead a second ago. Makes perfect sense. You shouldn't even question it, Mozy. Law changed their souls, not their hearts. That's why Smoker is still alive, because his soul is in Tashini's body. That still doesn't clear up anything. If that's the case, why wasn't he able to move around in his Smoker's body? Why'd he fall down and collapse on his Smoker's body if his soul was still in his Smoker's body? He was knocked unconscious when his heart was removed. So if we would have just waited a couple seconds, he would have just woken back up. Or if Law would have waited a couple more seconds, he still would have had to have fought him. Alright, well that was it for my reaction to episode 588 of One Piece. I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this reaction. It's been real, it's been interesting, it's been real interesting. Later on.